Welcome everybody to today, where we celebrate the Thursday of the first week of Ordinary Time. And so if we reflect upon today's Holy Gospel, notice that Jesus had done many blessings upon other sets of people. And so throughout this week, we noticed that Jesus had done so much blessings. So first of all, Jesus had healed Simon's grandmother, who had been going through a series of illnesses. And he had healed many people across Galilee to the extent that Jesus went to go and proclaim the word of God. And then in today's Holy Gospel, we notice that Jesus had also done another healing, to which each and every one of us are going to be reflecting upon for today. And so today, Jesus had healed this one person of the leprosy, to the extent that right after the men had requested Jesus to go and heal, Jesus had moved with pity, which is the core lesson to which I'm going to be talking about in today's Holy Gospel. What does it truly mean to be moved with pity? And so all of us here had went through a series of challenges that all of us had to go through, and Jesus understood all of these challenges, and in fact, Jesus had showed us the way of how we should go about completing these sets of challenges, so that all of us can be filled with satisfaction. And Jesus had given us many, many good examples of how to follow him as we try to believe and continue to read more of the Bible, to which Jesus has granted to each and every one of us. And so all of us, throughout our day-to-day lives, should come to ask ourselves, how often do we allow ourselves to ask Jesus questions, ask Jesus for help? Because all of us may at times find it hard, find it a heavy burden for us to just go and ask Jesus for help. And all of us are obligated to do various amounts of tasks, to the point where sometimes we do not make time for us to really listen to the voice of Jesus, to allow Jesus to speak to each and every one of us, especially in an endless whisper, to which Jesus is whispering the message to each and every one of us. And so all of us should try and should challenge ourselves to set aside some time to really reflect upon what Jesus would have done if he were to go through these challenges. And the only way to know what Jesus would have done is to go through prayer. And so that is one of the biggest challenges to which Jesus poses for each and every one of us, because he understands all of our struggles to which we face in our day-to-day lives. We should not try and hurt ourselves or beat ourselves up because we cannot do these sets of challenges. But we should instead step aside and really reflect upon what we have done well versus what we need to continue to improve on. And that is how we get growth over a period of time. Because if you guys are to take conflict management or principles of conflict resolutions, one of the things that we're going to be covering is how all of us can strive to continue to seek the best possible and alternate solutions in order for us to resolve these series of challenges. And so Jesus reveals to us the best solutions to these challenges that we should face. And all of us should do our very, very best to go and listen to Jesus. Because if our ears are not open to listen to what Jesus has to say, then how are we able to find a possible solution that will enable us to continue to grow? And so I challenge each and every one of us today to go talk to Jesus. Let him know all of the struggles to which all of us here are going through, especially with living out and living forth our journey of faith for today. And I can 100% promise you that Jesus will give each and every one of us here an answer to our problems.